Tim, where do you got 2 lavaliers stuck to your shirt? I'm so glad you asked, random person. Let's talk about that. Hey guys, FunnyGuyTimmy here. Today I have another microphone review video. This one is lavalier. It is the COMICA CVM-V02. I think it's V02. I think it's V02. This is it's this one right here. Neither of them are plugged in. I have on this side of me, my right, your left, the COMICA mic. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And on the other side, I have the Rode smartLav Plus, which is attached to a Audio-Technica adapter for 3.5 millimeter or 1/8 inch, I think. There is a couple things that I wanted to go over before we do this test. This, as far as like the pickup pattern on both these microphones, are going to be completely different. They're very, very different pickup patterns. As well as the COMICA mic requires phantom power, 48 volts, which means that you wouldn't be able to just plug this into like your phone. You'd have to plug it into like an iRig Pre or an iRig Pro or maybe like a Zoom 8.6 or something like that in order to get any kind of power. I'm going to be putting it into my Yamaha mixer. But the Rode smartLav Plus does not require phantom power. In fact, it's intended to just be plugged directly into your phone. However, now you pretty much can't plug this into into a iPhone. You got to get an adapter. I don't have one, but it's like one of these, but it's got the headphone jack port, and then it just plugs in. Lightning port. I'm rambling. Sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to plug these in, and I'm going to turn off my shotgun mic, and we're going to be switching between the two. So give me a second. All right. So the first mic that you're listening to, I actually had to move them because they were both pointing away from my mouth. So the first mic that you're listening to is actually the Rode smartLav Plus. I'm going to talk about it for a second. I haven't actually done a video on the Rode smartLav Plus. I might do one just by itself. Maybe compare it to other mics. But the Rode smartLav Plus is, again, designed for smartphones. It's not the Rode smartLav. It's the Rode smartLav Plus, which is a much cleaner, much better microphone. The Rode smartLav just had a lot of noise, and it was very, it just wasn't flattering. It was very hard to actually use it. But when they did the Rode smartLav Plus, they basically fixed all the problems. So, now there is one thing that I'd like to say that I actually like about the COMICA just right out of the box, is that the cord for the microphone is much longer than the Rode smartLav Plus Lav mic cord. Reason being is because Rode intends you to plug your phone and the mic in together, and then just put the phone in your pocket or something like that. And so the cord isn't supposed to be very long. It's basically just supposed to go from like chest or neck to pocket. So, but the COMICA is almost, I'm not going to say twice the length, but it's got like maybe like 50% more cord to it, which I do like. All right, now you're listening to the COMICA lavalier. As you can tell, it's very, very flat. It is not very flattering, and there's no detail. It's like talking into a gamer headset. That's what it sounds like to me. If you guys like it, leave a comment down below, but that's just my first impression. I had both of these microphones set to the exact same gain level, which was 50% on my mixer, as well as the volume is also set to 50. And there's no compression, there's no EQing. You're listening to both of these microphones exactly how they'd go into the mixer. And I have phantom power. And apparently I did need phantom power to operate the Rode smartLav with the adapters. So a little tip right there. The smartLav itself normally does not need phantom power. You can just plug it right into your device or anything that has the headphone style jack. But if you're going into the Audio-Technica adapter, it is going to require phantom power. So heads up on that one. Personally, I don't see how I would use this microphone. I can see it being used for like doing on the field interview style, because it has such a very narrow pickup pattern, and apparently it just keeps getting distorted randomly. It has a very narrow pickup pattern. It goes from 100 hertz to 12 kilohertz. So there's that. It does not have a lot of range and a lot of depth, and because it's cutting off a lot of the highs and because it's cutting off a lot of the lows, it has that radio sound. But it's intended, I'm guessing, intended for that kind of thing. It's intended for being on the city streets and, you know, doing kind of an interview where there might be traffic or background noise, or you're in a big crowd and loud noises. A lot of crowd cheering is probably going to be in the higher range, and traffic noise or a lot of that bass or construction noise is going to be in the lower, below the 100 hertz. So that's probably why they did it that way. It might also be good for doing podcasts, but other than those two things, I don't see how I would personally use this mic. Definitely not for film. It doesn't have a lot of range, and it has the XLR cable. And it's not even a mini XLR. It's just standard XLR. So you can't attach that to anybody. You can't like hook it to them all that easily. I want to see if these two mics sound any better when you like get up on them. So this is the Rode smartLav Plus. I'm basically talking into it as if it was a handheld, or if it was like a shotgun mic or any kind of condenser. This is not how you'd wear a lavalier, and that's not how you'd use a lavalier, but this is me talking basically directly into it, trying to throw my plosives and my air off to the side. And now we're going to switch over to this. All right, so I'm doing the same thing, and I'm trying to talk adjacent to the microphone, but I'm getting a lot of... This is just distorted. Maybe I should turn it down a little bit. Maybe it's just peaking. Turn it down just a little bit. Still not great, but this does sound better. So apparently, if you put it here, you're just getting chest noise. If you put it here, you're getting a little bit more clarity, but still not great. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to see any other videos, leave them down in the comment section below. Again, all the items that I have in this video, all the gear is going to be in the description. Go check those out. And until next time, peace.